just a quick reminder here. We've now got a Furling Gennaker with a loop. The racing Furling Gennaker come equipped with an eyelet loop located right here. In this specific area, and the fundamental principle is still identical. Here the loop has to be fitted with the anti-torsion line into the jib swivel. With the racing Gennaker, you need to thread the eye with the anti-torsion line and guide it all the way into jib swivel, then carefully lock it securely in place. Now we're putting the anti-torsion line in here. And now we take our loop, opening that a little bit. And now comes a little test of patience. Comes a little test of patience, just a small one. That the Furling Gennaker is all the way at the top, so the ball reattaches at the top of the reacher fair lead. Now we take our Gennaker tack line and connect the eye of the Furling Gennaker to the shackle of the furler right here. Where you tie the bow line doesn't actually matter at all. You can even tie it right on the eye if you want. The important thing is that when you're attaching it, you make sure you have a proper redirection and that the tack line is always kept on the same side. So a twist can't happen here in the system and cause any issues with the equipment or the overall operation of the setup. How do you tension the tack line? You naturally want a belly in your Furling Gennaker so it gets a nice flow. That's why we aim for around 90 degrees. Here we're a bit more limited because of the zipper's particular design constraints. It just shouldn't flutter and should also be allowed to be advanced properly. For the tipping Furling Gennakers without a zipper, I recommend 90 degrees. And then you can simply tighten the fastening with half steps. attach your line. So when we have this, we can also tie the pole holding sheet during the same exact step. And here we have once again a double trapeze shackle and the short 4mm pre-stretch line. So now just attach the line right here by the shackles like this. Also here, after installation, it's important to tighten it firmly with pliers. And always check again before sailing that it's secure. An advantage with this shackle here is if you ever want to take down the Furling Gennaker, you can simply open the shackle here and don't have to adjust the line, so you've got your exact same setting ready to go again immediately next time without any extra adjustments or hassle. Then you make a bowline knot right here at this spot. Pull it tight again. And now it goes through the loop here. You can also go through here. And with this, you also get a little redirection. What's important here is we've now tensioned the Furling Gennaker. We now have tension on it. And as the name already implies, this is a pole holding sheet, which means you simply secure the pole. Again, with 2 wraps, 2.5 wraps, for example. And when you loosen the Furling Gennaker, you should then have a slight bend curve in your pole, which will help with control and stability as you work up there in the canopy.
Jetzt haben wir hier noch unsere Leachleine. Die Leachleine ist Mast drauf. Rollgennaker. Bei den großen Rollgennakern habt ihr das auch hier ist einfach wichtig, dass diese Leine euer Achterlieg hier hält und hier auf Stabilität.
Und dann nehmen wir unseren Körner,
Euer Rollgennaker flatt.
machen das noch und
Diese
so.
Leine. Und zwar, wenn ihr
We want to have tension when we pull the Furling Gennaker down. And then there needs to be tension on this line here. Let me show you once how to best tension this up. I'm now going here from the backside. Right in between the Furling Gennaker and the line. Then you go through here again and go around here again. Around the corner, again behind, again in between. And then you can actually pull the line tight. And you want the line to run here at the back of the leech, and since you've gone through once from one side and then again from the other side, you hold the line yourself. Now we're pulling down once to make sure it's all tightened up properly and securely in place. So now we've got tension right here, and that's precisely the sound you're looking to hear. In the next step, we make our way back to the deck. We're now attaching the ratchet blocks and the halyard tensioner with the carabiner. We're beginning with the ratchet blocks, and then we'll move forward with the halyard tensioner. We'll set that aside. With the ratchet blocks, You'll first need to unhook your trapeze and also the carabiner from this spot right here. It don't run off. And then you attach the ratchet block. With the head. So the shackle with its head pointing outward so that first and foremost, you can pull it a little against the wall and it slides very easily in, and then you grab the ratchet block and give it a solid turn to lock it in place nice and tight, making sure everything is properly fastened and secure so it doesn't come loose or shift around at all while you're using it, keeping everything steady and reliable for smooth operation without any worries about it slipping or causing issues during your tasks, which really helps maintain safety and efficiency throughout whatever you're working on. And here again, it's important to regularly check that it's tight and use the pliers to tighten it. On the other side, I also made sure to firmly secure the ratchet block. And now we're coming to our halyard tensioner. For that, we first have to grab the furling line right here. Make sure it isn't twisted anywhere. And then we need to make sure that here, underneath the jib sheet, we pass underneath the jib sheet here. And of course, we do the same thing up on deck, so that later. It doesn't get in our way while we're sailing. So then we just tuck it back here and make sure it doesn't slip away. Good, now we're just making sure everything's in place and properly secured. So that looks good. And then we take our halyard tensioner and the furling sheet. We have a ring attached here on all furling sheets. There we tie the halyard tensioner with a bowline knot to the ring. We'll secure this one here. And then we'll apply tension to the furler sheet accordingly so that when we furl the Furling Gennaker, we also have tension on the sheet, allowing the furler to turn properly and operate smoothly without any issues or interruptions. For that, we'll take our rubber piece and slide it underneath right here. The eyelet goes right in. Then we take our halyard tensioner and carefully thread it through the eyelet located in the back right here. Go underneath the trampoline and apply a bit of tension to the rubber accordingly. We take it out of the eye once more right here, and then we grab our carabiner. Go with the carabiner through the rubber, and then also in this exact same spot, through our haul line to complete the entire setup. The advantage here is that the haul line can no longer twist, and you pull the two lines or the endless line a bit apart, which really makes hauling a whole lot easier, more efficient, and much smoother for you overall in the long run as well, trust me. So now we're connecting the lines here. You can tie a very simple knot. Take the two lines and pull them tightly together until they're secure. And you have a connected sheet. You can also make a square knot here. That's up to you. As a last step, our safety parts come. Then we have a sheet deflection cord and our protection rubbers. You attach the rubbers right here onto the jib sheet fair lead. Then slide it on here. Then that way you prevent the sheet from getting pulled and stuck between the forestay attachment and the furling gear, something that could still happen right here, as you can clearly see in this example. Then we run the deflection cord here under the pole. Pull both ends through and then attach them securely to these two front mounting points located on the furling gear, positioned just up ahead of us right here. And that's how your sheet is also secured here and can't slip in anywhere at all in this area. So now we're finished with the actual setup and we're putting in the Furling Gennaker once. And then we're actually all set and ready to head out onto the water to go sailing now. I recommend here that you have both the Gennaker sheet and the furling sheet in your hand to have a bit of tension on the roller furler. And then you can roll it in. And roll it that far until all the sheet is gone. By rolling it up loosely, you have tidied up the sheet on the trampoline, it cannot sag, and the Gennaker is secured. Now one more thing, leave about a hand's width of slack in the Gennaker halyard. To do this, you need to open the cleat. To relieve the Furling Gennaker, and also to relieve your mast. Because the mast is naturally pulled forward by the Furling Gennaker, and when you then go back to your upwind leg or your half-wind course, you naturally want to get the right mast bend back, so that's why you relieve the roller furler car. And the important aspect here too is that you prevent it from unrolling on its own. Now we've finished the assembly of the Furling Gennaker. I wish you lots of fun out there sailing.